Attention passionate New York Giants fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on New York Giants' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true New York Giants fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and New York Giants fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. If you've been paying attention to the NFL landscape lately, you know that the NFC East is turning into one of the most intriguing divisions in football. The Giants, after a somewhat tumultuous start this season, are making strategic moves that could reshape their offensive identity, and who knows, maybe even their postseason prospects. And the big story right now is about this potential trade that's been buzzing around Ian Rappaport's reports, involving none other than Courtland Sutton from the Denver Broncos and the Giants' interest in Jalin Hyatt. It's a move that could be a real game-changer, especially considering the current state of the Giants' receiving core. Let's start by breaking down what we know. The Giants, currently sitting at 2-4, are trying to find ways to turn their season around. Their offense has struggled, especially in the passing game. They rank near the bottom in points per game, with just 18.2 points per contest in 2025. That's not going to cut it if they want to compete in this league, especially with so many talented teams vying for playoff spots. They've been relying heavily on Wan'Dale Robinson, who's been a bright spot with a PFF grade of 78.3, but they need more consistent production. That's where a player like Sutton comes into play. Sutton, a former Pro Bowler from 2019 and a second-round pick in 2018, has shown flashes of his top-tier ability when healthy. In 2025, he's been pretty solid, with 20 receptions for 298 yards and 2 touchdowns in just 6 games. His yards after catch per reception is at 10.0, and he boasts a PFF grade of 85.9, putting him among the top 22 wide receivers in the league. The thing about Sutton is his size, his route running, and his ability in contested catches. He's 6'4", which makes him a true red zone threat. Last season, he averaged 700 yards, with 26 touchdowns over his career, and he's known for being reliable in clutch situations. Sure, he's had some injury setbacks, including a sprained ankle in Week 3 of 2025 and some knee issues in 2024, but when healthy, he's a dynamic receiver. His success rate on go routes is impressive, with 68%, and he's proven to be a matchup nightmare in the red zone, which is exactly what the Giants need right now. They've been struggling to convert red zone opportunities into touchdowns, averaging just 1-2 per game, but Sutton could help boost that number significantly, pushing it closer to 1-9 touchdowns per game. Now, the Broncos are also in a bit of a transition. With a 1-5 record, they're trying to rebuild and reset their cap space, which is pretty tight at around $14 million. Their defense is allowing an alarming 30 points per game, and they're looking to get younger and more flexible at the quarterback position. That's why they're moving Sutton, who's earning $17 million against the cap this year. The trade talks suggest that the Giants are offering a third-round pick in 2026, and Jalin Hyatt, the promising young receiver who had a minimal snap count earlier this season, just 3.6 yards per target. Hyatt has flashed some potential, with 2 touchdowns in 2025, but he's still developing. The key here is what this means for the Giants' offense. Sutton, as a red zone anchor, projects to give the team an additional 850 yards this season. That's a huge boost, especially in the context of their current struggles. His presence on the field should elevate Daniel Jones's EPA per pass from 0.12 to around 0.25, nearly doubling the efficiency. His ability to stretch the field and secure contested catches could also open up more space for Wan'Dale Robinson and the other receivers, creating a more balanced and threatening attack. With Sutton lining up alongside Robinson, the Giants could see a significant improvement in their red zone efficiency, raising their TD rate from 1.2 to nearly 1.9 per game. That's the kind of impact that can turn a team's fortunes around. Let's not forget the historical context here. Sutton's addition has a track record of boosting team performance. When he was with the Broncos in 2023, he added roughly 160 yards of aerial production, and he's known for averaging about 1.4 contested catches per game. His ability to create separation, about 17% higher than the Giants' current WRs, would give Daniel Jones a reliable target who can win those contested balls, especially in tight coverage. Plus, his height and skill set could help Darius Slayton stretch the field more effectively by freeing him up for deeper routes, reducing drops from 8% to around 5%. The Giants, who have been struggling to push beyond the 26th in points per game, could see that number climb as Sutton becomes a focal point in their offense. The potential impact of this trade extends beyond just the regular season. The Giants are currently listed with plus 15-0 odds to win the Super Bowl, but with this move, those odds could improve significantly, potentially dropping to plus 8-0, according to DraftKings. Sutton's experience, especially in the playoffs, where he has a career average of 5.9 yards per target against zone coverage, makes him a clutch addition for the postseason. It's similar to when the Colts added Pittman last season, which boosted their aerial yardage and overall attack. For the Giants, it's about building a more complete and resilient offense that can compete with the best in the league. And let's talk about the broader implications. The trade not only boosts the Giants' offensive firepower, but also sends a message to the division. The NFC East is known for its fierce competition, and the Giants are clearly making a statement that they're willing to do what it takes to contend. The Broncos, on the other hand, are clearly in rebuild mode, focusing on clearing cap space and developing younger players like Marvin Mims, who has also flashed potential and is being extended this season. This strategic move by Denver to offload Sutton in exchange for Hyatt and a draft pick signals their intent to focus on the future, possibly retooling their receiving core around Mims and other young talent. Now, I know some fans might be wondering about the immediate impact. Well, with Sutton on board, the Giants are likely to see a more aggressive passing game, especially in the red zone and on third down. His ability to win contested catches and create yards after the catch will open up more opportunities for Daniel Jones to make plays. This could be the spark they need to turn their season around and start climbing the standings. It's also about confidence. Adding a proven, high-character player like Sutton can energize the locker room and set a tone for the rest of the season. Of course, there's always some risk involved. Injuries have been a concern for Sutton, and the chemistry with Jones will need to develop quickly. But given his track record and the immediate boost in production, it looks like a calculated gamble worth taking. The Giants are betting on his ability to be a reliable possession receiver and a red zone specialist, which could be exactly what they need to jumpstart an offense that has been sputtering. Looking ahead, this move could also influence the team's draft strategy and free agency plans. With the added cap flexibility and a more dynamic receiver core, the Giants may target other areas of need in the upcoming offseason, making them even more formidable. The NFC East remains one of the most competitive divisions in football, with teams like the Eagles and Cowboys always lurking, so every move counts. The Giants are clearly trying to position themselves as serious playoff contenders, and acquiring Sutton might just be the piece that pushes them over the edge. Now, thinking about the fans, this trade is exciting because it shows that the Giants are not standing still. They're actively trying to improve, to adapt, and to compete at the highest level. The addition of Sutton could be the difference maker in tight games down the stretch, especially when facing playoff-bound teams. It's a move that screams we're serious, and that's exactly what fans want to see. The energy around the team is palpable, and this could be the start of a new chapter, one where the Giants return to their winning ways and make a real push for postseason success. So, as we get closer to the trade deadline on November 4th, all eyes will be on the Giants and Broncos. Will this trade go through? How will Sutton fit into the offensive scheme? And most importantly, how will this impact the Giants' chances of reaching the Super Bowl? It's an exciting time for Giants fans, and I can tell you, this move has the potential to be a game changer. The NFC East just got a little more interesting, and the Giants are positioning themselves as a team to watch. Stay tuned, because there's a lot more coming, and I'll be here to break it all down for you. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest New York Giants news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, New York Giants fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential trade? Do you think Sutton will be the piece that finally propels this offense to a new level? Or are you concerned about the chemistry and injury risks? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Giants. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest news on your favorite team. The Giants are on the move, and it's an exciting time to be a fan. Keep the passion alive, and let's see how this story unfolds in the coming weeks. Thanks for watching, and as always, let's go Giants!